Hi. So I am here to share a little bit about the Professionalism 1D, which discusses readiness for change. So in my folder, you'll see that I've uploaded one of the coaching pieces that we specifically look for. What does readiness mean for individuals in order for us to determine if it's time for them to partake in some form of coaching. But from a TA lens in general, I think for me, readiness for change comes from an agency level. So we've been very blessed here at KV to have support from the top down and fairly innovative in our approach to what we wanted TA to look like in our program. So there's been a very carefully created atmosphere that accepts change and expects it sort of as a continual learning experience. I also reflected a little bit on the model for change layout, and that talks very much about how a vision is very important and kind of like knowing your why. So to me, it's very helpful if the agency or the program that you're with has a set vision on this is what we'd like to provide for our staff. So to me, readiness for change and embedded PD in the form of TA all go hand in hand. So fortunate enough to work for a place that absolutely does have that in place for us. If not, I'm not sure if we would be where we are today. So that's for agency. As far as for individuals, we know that like TA is all about making adjustments to practice. So what we look for is, do they already have some knowledge and training in either the content, practices, or topics that we're discussing, whether it's a peer-to-peer network or it's going to be community of practices or coaching or mentoring. And then the other question we ask is this person or group open to feedback? And are they ready to adjust their practices? Are they willing to look at what they're currently doing and question that and learn from one another too in a group setting if you're talking about peer-to-peer networks? And then also one of the things that we look for in individuals is, are they able and willing to be reflective? Being open to change means that you're willing to be a little bit self-critical. And that doesn't always mean negative. That just means that you're aware that there are things that you'd like to approach better in your work and to improve upon. Some of the ways that I support through my work with this is maintaining my why. So I know why I love my work, and I'm very transparent in what I share with the supporting adult learners. So when I talk with them about how important it was to me as a teacher to have support, and I try to do and offer maybe things that I never had as well. I think it's also important that we know what the outcome is or what we're hoping it will be, and then that we know that the journey there will take some time and that we can work together to get there. I think the other way I support is by modeling self-reflection and being vulnerable when I make a mistake. And if you're modeling and shouting in a classroom, you're going to make a mistake. So using yourself as an example is a really great way to build trust and to encourage readiness. And then just being real. I think for most of us who went into this field, we weren't planning on probably having to improve quite as much as we do now, and thought maybe we knew everything we needed to. So I think just sharing that thought process and why about the importance of always motivating in yourself and learning more is critical. And once you do that, you can start to see by responses and body language if people are really ready to partake in that, or maybe they're not yet, and that's okay too.